Hello and welcome to the RAMCAST. My name's Savannah, your host. I'm joined with host Shauna and Stan for the first time. Congratulations, Stan! And we also have Luther over there, just kind of in his little corner.
This is the audience.
Yeah, we have our audience today, and I'm joined with my other brother, Casey. Not from another mother, though. That's not right.
Hello.
So, how have you been, Casey?
Been well. How are you, Savannah?
Tired.
I feel that.
It's hot
It's a
right
lifestyle,
now.
right?
It's very hot outside.
Yes.
I've been
it's
running
getting there.
around.
You know what? I think I have a solution to that. A solution to all the heat going around, and that is our new sponsor, Brick. Brick is the new revolutionary technology that helps with all of your problems. You got a headache, just hit someone over the head. You got a person you don't like, you get the point. For legal reasons, I can't say.
Brick solves all your problems.
You should buy a brick now. I'm not telling you where to get it. Figure it out. It's online somewhere. Okay, back to the show.
I'm guessing for legal reasons.
For legal reasons,
legal
we do
reasons.
not endorse anything she just said.
For legal reasons.
For legal reasons, we're not allowed to explain what all Brick can do. All we are allowed to say legally is that we are sponsored today by Brick.
Look,
Thank you, Brick, for this message.
all you need to know is that el ladrillo es muy malo para la salud.
And that's Russian.
No, it's not.
The silence was very
Whatever that
comforting.
was, I want a hot
You
dog.
guys still have Spanish here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Right?
getting Russian.
What's
Spanish?
I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember anything from Spanish, so like,
It's been about 7 years for me, so.
it's been 2 for me.
I only know Spanish because I grew up with our dad calling cats only one thing, el gatos,
Yes.
and using Spanglish, as he called it, and he still does today. The poor boomer we live with, or lived with.
I don't live with them anymore, but
Not really. I don't really live with him either. So, my brother goes to SIUC, and he does really, really hard college math. So I figured that today we would solve a very hard math problem, which is 2 plus 2. You may not think it's hard, but trust me, it is. So what was your answer?
what is my answer
Yeah.
to 2 plus 2?
Yeah?
4.
You're weird. You're breaking the whole immersion, dude. Mine's fish. Look at that.
Yeah, man, how do you not get it? It's fish.
So beautiful.
I thought it was triangle.
Whatever.
Triangles?
Ruin the
I
whole.
thought it was square.
So,
Bennett's answer doesn't count.
Shauna, how about you start with some of the questions?
Alright, so what is it like being at SIUC?
The campus is beautiful, the teachers are nice, and they actually have been lifting a lot of the pandemic policies, so it's starting to feel a bit more like a traditional learning environment.
Do you know anybody who's gone to like SIUE? And
Yeah.
like, have they told you how different it is compared to like SIUC to SIUE?
Okay, yeah. I had a couple friends in my engineering classes at Ren Lake, Carson and Bryce. They are roommates and they are going to SIUE for engineering. And they were telling me a bit about their experiences with it, their transition to it from Ren Lake, how they were enjoying the online environment. And honestly, I don't know as much about SIUE. I've been on campus a couple times, but they seem to like it there, and I like it at SIU. It's kind of a coin toss. It just depends on what your major is.
Stan, I know you have like a couple of questions here and there that are, somewhere in your brain. So why don't you try and give us one of those questions in that noggin of yours?
What's it like living on your own, or at least not in Mount Vernon for the first time?
Okay, so my living situation, I have a 4-bed trailer in downtown Carbondale. I share it with 3 other people. It's my best friend, Hayden, and my cousin. And currently we're working on transitioning to new roommates, but I remember when I moved out in August, the feeling was so liberating. Sure, I was far from home. It's an hour, so it's not like it's something I can do every day. Being away from my dad and my sister and my mother and especially my cat. It got to me a little bit, but honestly, I love my life down there so much that I don't know if I could ever come back to Mount Vernon. There's just so much to do, there's so many people to meet, and it's been a liberating experience.
Shauna, do you have any questions that you would like to ask?
What are you studying?
I am a civil and environmental engineer in my senior year currently.
Look at that big noggin of yours working with math. Big
It's
noggin.
not so much math. I build bridges and I don't know, like save the environment and stuff.
Well, thank God you kind of elaborated on that, because at first, when you first said what you said, I was like, huh? And then he was like, oh, I build bridges and stuff. Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah,
I didn't even
the
know
civil
either.
side of it is a lot of sustainable projects and things for government. So you do roadways, overpasses, bridges. In the public sector, there's reason to have a civil engineer private. So we help design like private businesses, new buildings, so factories and things like that. But on the environmental side, we deal with watersheds, sustainability, conservation. It's actually been really enjoyable.
I've always wondered, like, why you chose engineering. So is it something that you really, really enjoy doing, or is it just something that, like, I guess, comes easy to you?
A little bit of both. I chose to make civil engineer as my major my senior year here, so 2019. I chose to make that my major because I'm proficient at math, and I wanted to be able to use that skill in a way that benefits people. And I also didn't want to go into college without a major picked. So I chose civil engineering, and the more and more I studied it, the more I got into it, realized I was probably biting off more than I could chew, but I ended up really enjoying it, especially when I got to SIU and got to take the environmental courses and learn about sustainability and fun things like that. It's been liberating knowing that my major from high school is the same major now, and I haven't had second thoughts about changing it.
So we're going to do a bit of backtracking here and there, because we've been talking a bit about the present a little bit and kind of your future-ish with how you're still doing the studying currently. We're going to do a bit of backtracking to other things. So back in high school, you did what's called Upward Bound. Can you tell us a little bit about that and what you did receive for doing Upward Bound?
So Upward Bound is a government-funded program through Ren Lake College. They go to 4 different high schools: Mount Vernon, Hamilton County, Benton, and Ziegler. And if you're a part of it, there's a couple requirements to get into it, but if you're a part of it, you get weekly tutoring, you get a stipend at the end of the month, they take you on a monthly activity with the other 3 schools, and you get to take classes at Ren Lake over the summer. So it's a really, really good way to get ahead. As a matter of fact, I graduated Ren Lake in May of 2021 at 19 with 3 associates, and it's all because of Upward Bound. Just stockpiling those credits. I believe you guys still have it. I haven't checked with them in a while. They are trying to get their attendance back up.
I think they still do have Upward Bound.
Yeah, I've heard around the school a couple of times that I think we do still have it. And I know that you would go on big trips. So what was it kind of like going out on those trips with a whole bunch of teenagers?
So the small scale trips they did once a month, and we would go to like Touch of Nature, or we would go on like a wilderness retreat or something cool like that. But the end of the year trips after the classes, we would go somewhere crazy. Like we went to Nashville one year, we went to Orlando. And sure, it's stressful taking 60 people on a charter bus, but the trip is just something I've never experienced anywhere else. Having that many friends for that many days, it was amazing. And getting paid to do it too.
Shauna, is there another question or two that's kind of popped into your brain since
Savannah.
thinking about it?
Go sometime to overground. There you go. No, I'm doing it louder.
What?
Well,
I'm not saying that louder. Go sometime to Upward Bound. There you go.
You taught at Upward Bound?
Yeah, our man behind the camera, Golson, is, telling he taught at Upward Bound.
Oh,
He was one
okay.
of those teachers that would do it.
I'm definitely going to ask you more about that for sure. I stop in and visit them every chance I get. As a matter of fact, when I got out of high school, I tutored for them and went to the 4 high schools before the pandemic. So that was my favorite part of the whole thing.
Shauna, any, thoughts you have? Any more? Like, any questions that you've come up with while thinking?
Brain's slow.
I remember Shauna writing down a couple of things that her brother had done, and I know she was, talking with me for a bit, and we got to talking about our brothers, and she wanted to know a couple of, a fun story that's real short about getting hurt, because I had mentioned that you constantly got hurt as a kid.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
But, what's a really funny story that you think was not too gory?
All the gore. No gore left.
This is going on YouTube.
Bennett, we don't want to get canceled.
You won't get canceled.
Running into the side view mirror of my brother's car, Christmas Day of my freshman year, breaking 2 ribs, and yeah, I felt pretty stupid after that one.
I have a similar story with my brother. But
I was just going to say it was the car's rear view mirror.
Yeah, whenever you want to talk.
I'll just wait till
Not just right now.
I'll wait till it's all. Finish the story.
I was just going to say we always blame it on the rear view mirror to this day, but you can go ahead with your story.
oh no, I wasn't gonna say the story. It's kind of it ends up bad, so I kind of can't say it. But I will say I have a similar story.
We got a question from the audience.
All right.
Stoplights or roundabouts?
Oh, roundabouts, for sure.
Okay, just
Ask any
curious.
civil engineer.
I know, but why do we have more stoplights than roundabouts?
Well, that's an American thing entirely. If
Yeah.
you go to Europe, there's more roundabouts. It's been
Okay.
designed from,
So does that say Europe listens to their civil engineers more?
not necessarily, it's just the way it's designed. So before we understood how good roundabouts are for high traffic, the US already had an intricate traffic system for about 30 years. But Europe built theirs from the ground up. They tore theirs all apart and rebuilt it when they got to the automobile age.
So,
okay.
so why are roundabouts better than lights? Why exactly is that something that you would choose over?
Roundabouts don't cause traffic to stop at any point and allows for a better flow because it's less prone to jamming, but also it has the ability to maintain traffic regularity and the rates will be somewhat the same throughout the day. It's especially when you combine roundabouts, it's a pretty handy process to have.
Speaking of roundabouts, you know what they could use to build roundabouts?
Oh boy.
Brick, the solution for even the hardest issues.
Man, my banana ain't working.
Are you sad that your bananas aren't working?
Yeah, it's not working too well. I don't know how I'm gonna fix it.
Well, try this.
What's that?
It's a brick!
It's my banana.
A brick can do just about anything. It can cure headaches, makes for great target practice, does your taxes, and can even get you a free car. But don't just take it from me. Let's listen to some of our happy customers.
Before the brick, I had constant headaches, but thanks to the brick's life-changing design, I can barely feel the concussions anymore.
Brick is a life changer. Before the brick, I was a lowlife. Now I'm a criminal.
That isn't convincing enough to buy a brick. I don't know what is. Buy a brick now for the low, low price of $9.99. If you buy within the next 5 minutes, we'll throw in a free brick pet. The only pet that you'll ever need. You can go to our website or call us at 1-800-BRICK. Brick, the solution for even the hardest problems. Buy now. Seriously. We need the money. We're going broke. Please.
I've always been more of a concrete guy, but bricks are
Thank you,
fun too.
Brick, so
Yeah,
much for
thank you,
sponsoring
Brick.
this video.
Thank
This
you.
is a sponsored video.
Brick literally gave us no money to do this, but Brick, it doesn't care.
Brick has no money.
Brick,
Yeah.
Brick
They
Please,
so rich.
they gave us
please,
a test
everybody invest in brick.
No,
Everybody.
influence is enough for brick, all right? We get enough influence, we'll get $20 million, all right?
Paid
Without
us
brick.
with the grace of being in his presence.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're right. Brick is.
Presents.
Oh my God.
Brick can be wrapped like a present.
There's still banana guts on the brick. No, it's dried. Get everybody's. There's still dried banana guts on the brick.
That's kind of an inside joke, and it sounds really weird.
You know what that reminds me of? The time my brother got hit in the head with a brick outside of school.
We don't have to talk about that one. We don't have to talk about
You
that
know,
one.
Was it this brick? Was it this brick?
no, it was a lot smaller. It was about like this small. But
We have mini bricks too.
yeah, I actually don't know if we're legally allowed to talk about it because we went to the police about it. So,
I have one thing to say.
huh?
Brick.
Brick.
Yes.
Thank you again.
Thanks, man.
Thank you, Brick.
Brick for president 2024.
Yeah, Brick. Let's go.
Yeah.
What's he gonna do? So you know what? I'm actually gonna go vote for Brick.
Nice.
do.
Good job. You should be.
It's not like he can make it worse.
He's
Go
just got,
to the polls.
He's got sturdy policy, and people don't throw him around either.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, Stan, have you come up with any more questions?
Why did you want to start AV at Mount Vernon?
It's been a couple years since I thought about that. In 2018, Miss Borowiak, who taught the AV 1 and 2 class, she ended up leaving the high school. I'm not sure where she's at today, but that meant there was a gap for the teaching of it, and it didn't get filled. I know they were talking about Miss Edwards taking it over, but they never put the class back together as far as I know. And Connor McDaniel, Stephen Connor McDaniel, Charles Brooks and I, we were in the class. We'd been through both years, and we did most of the project for the team. And so what happened was we knew all this equipment was here. We knew that it had a lot of utility and a lot of use we could put. And honestly, I was afraid that once we left, no one would know how to run this stuff either. So if nothing else, the primary goal of it was to teach others how to use the Telecaster and everything back in that room. Plus, I mean, we have fond memories of like playing Overwatch in that back office room. That was a good time.
Yeah.
Mr. Wilson was how to play Overwatch in the back office.
Oh, they disabled it. I wish I could help you, man.
Question.
Oh, what is it?
Pick up the mic.
Are you a support main?
Yeah, I played Mercy.
Yeah.
Let's go, Mercy Mains.
He has a Funko Pop over. It's actually really cute.
A
He gets to be
Funko
on-
Pop of Mercy.
Yeah. That's where his Funko Pop collection started.
Oh.
Funko's amazing.
Funko
I was a Mercy main, then I swapped to I think Brig.
Oh yeah, when she ruined the game, yeah. I was a Mercy main, and then the game died. So
You know what game I
Yeah,
play in Overwatch?
yeah.
Or, you know what person I play in Overwatch?
sure.
Nothing. I play Brick.
Sponsor!
Sponsored by Brick.
Shameless like Brick.
So, let's go on with the rest of this. Let's get a little bit back on track. So, what was the AV club like whenever it first started?
To be honest, I think everyone kind of wanted something different. Connor wanted to run around and do projects. I wanted to teach. And I don't remember what Charles's goals were. I think he was there for the fun of it. Yeah. Charles. Yeah, he's goalless. He's goalless.
Unlike Goal Son.
Yeah. What about whatever happened to Gold Daughter? I wonder.
Golson, what happened to your daughter?
No. no. It's
He has a daughter?
Goal Daughter. Goal
Instead of-
Son.
Oh.
anyway.
Goals-
Oh,
That joke hit the floor real quick.
Like a brick.
Yeah.
Oh, Brick.
All right. So,
Repeat the question.
what? Repeat the question.
Yes, Wilson's order.
Okay, Golson has order. Okay. The question I'd asked was, what was AV like whenever it first started? And Casey kind of was like, it's just kind of like a melting pot.
Yeah,
of just everything.
everyone
Yeah,
wanted
that's
different
America.
things, but the point was we had a lot of people when we first started out. Close to 20 who wanted to come and spend time in this room, once a week. And that was a good sign. It meant that there were people willing to embrace it. And I just wish the class stuck around because that would have made it even easier to engage people.
And it does, actually. Golson has, I think recently, if I remember correctly, started up doing an audio-video club, which Shauna actually takes with our
All
buddy
right.
Macy. And they do, photo stuff, they do video stuff, and they actually get the photos printed out on a really, really fancy printer.
I'm really happy to hear that.
I actually took it 2 years ago, my sophomore year. I believe it was the first year that it was around.
Okay.
Okay, that's
Golson
what I was
taught
going
it
to
at
say, because I figured it was like a couple years ago, but
Yeah,
I
because
didn't...
AV2 ended when Brovac left in the spring of 2018, and we founded the club in August of 2018. And it kind of persisted throughout the spring. I don't know what happened after I left. I kind of stopped keeping up. But we enjoyed the time we had here.
From what Golson has told us about the time from whenever you left to the time that we started doing this podcast, which this is a part of our AV club, so yay, AV club! But from the time that my brother left to now, there was a big gap where people would just come, and they even tried to get into a film festival with a video, but it was just a bunch of different ideas thrown into a pot and it just didn't really work.
That was...
Because they had so many people and so many ideas, and they wanted to do it all, but they didn't kind of have the ability to do so.
Yeah, the first pitfall of our AV club can be summed up in one word: MANIK. And if you know what I'm talking about, yeah, Golson knows. Golson knows.
Oh no, he's coming in!
Tell me about MANIK. Tell me about MANIK.
No.
Because it never got done.
All right. Can I get in on this?
Yeah. Here, I'll scoot
Okay.
over a bit.
So,
Give me some room.
we tried to make a movie by committee, and everybody had a different idea, but Connor had this orange suit, and the orange suit was really, Connor, I don't think you'll ever see this, but please never wear the orange suit again.
Yeah, it's
It was-
it's one of those skin tight ones you see at pep rallies.
Oh no.
But yeah, it was a movie that it was like a disaster.
Simply
had
because
some-
it was we tried to do it by vote, and
Yeah.
none of us were willing to just be okay, this is what we're gonna do. Because
Right.
I didn't want to trump anyone's creative ideas.
And there was no director.
Yeah, that too.
There was no director. I didn't want to be director because I was just helping out with the club. And Connor was too nice to ever really tell anybody no.
Yeah.
So we had
But he got lost in his own world a lot too.
Yeah.
If we could have just sat down with Connor and been all right, here, put this on your head. You're the director. Don't break the chair, okay? Just do what you got to do. Because when we did the short film project in the original AV2 class, his movie was the best, hands down. It was called Captain Disappointment. I
never saw that.
It was a satirical attempt at recreating a superhero movie, and it was.
It would have been really cool to see.
I probably still have it here somewhere.
Captain Disappointment.
Yeah, it was good.
Well, Connor, and now we just dissed on Connor 14 times, but Connor is the one who taught me how to do. If Connor hadn't taught me how to do half the stuff in this room, I wouldn't know how it works.
Yeah, Connor had more time to commit towards this because between chess and Scholar Bowl and things like that, I was available about half as much as he was.
But MANIK, just never. If anybody ever wants to make a movie called MANIK, just say no.
Yeah, if I'd have remembered to bring the props in, I would have just brought in our original script because I have it on Google Docs. I have all the artwork we made, and it's. When I'm having a bad day, I like to look back at it and say things could always be worse.
I don't know whether to be excited, scared, or curious.
All of the above is correct.
Just know that you need team leads. Okay, if you look at the robotics team, they have team leads for fabrication and for design and for strategy.
They got everything.
I'm not saying do it exactly like they do it, but if you don't have team leads, someone who can put the final pieces together, you're absolutely never going to get anywhere.
Yes, Granger? He does that, don't worry.
Ranger does weird things sometimes. We just kind of have to.
I mean, Do we all remember that one time when we were just sitting at the front of the room and Granger, like, we were like, where's Granger? And we just walked back there and he's just laying on the floor.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Granger is just
So
like this.
he's his own being. He is his own being entirely.
He is the being.
So, Stan,
the omni being.
do you have any more questions that you would like to ask?
Do you have anything you wish you did while you were still in high school?
I wish I didn't break 2 ribs, so I hadn't quit baseball, football, track, and cross country. But honestly, chess and AV and stuff like that, I almost wouldn't trade it for anything. I'm kind of glad I ended where I did. I wish I'd have done more, but there were a lot of days where I'd just go home and play the newest AAA game or something like that. And I was here before the pandemic, so I didn't have any of that to hold me back either. So.
And I believe you were here during the old high school as well, right?
Yes, my freshman year was actually spent at the old campus.
Yeah, I remember you being really upset because your sophomore year was the first year that they stopped doing off-campus lunch.
Well, they moved us to this campus, which meant no more off-campus lunch. And at the old campus, when you became a sophomore, you could have it. But honestly, I'm looking back and realizing there's literally only like 2 places within distance to go at the old campus. Like it would have been disastrous. Honestly, college life is better than it would have been at the old high school. And I'm not saying everything was at all worse here than it was at the old campus. Some things could have been better, but I got through it, so.
Well, do you think it's time?
I think it's time.
Oh boy, it's time.
It's time for the hot dog question. All right. So
Take it over, Shauna.
This is a little thing we do here on the show every time.
That way.
And basically, this is just the statistics we have so far. We're taking a survey.
What am I getting myself into?
It's a survey. Don't worry.
Okay.
So basically, we want to know: do you think a hot dog is a sub or a sandwich? You can go with those 2, or you can create your own answer, which some of them have.
We can't write Casey no.
So this is less of a survey and more of a question about semantics?
Yeah.
Okay.
Something like
Survey
that.
about semantics.
Well, I see one of the options is hot dog. I feel like a hot dog would count as a hot dog, but it also depends what you put on it. So if you put like, I don't know, like.
What do you put on your hot dog?
No.
Oh no,
You
you're
put
turning
nothing
into
on your hot-
No, I'm a normie. Very normal.
It's a hot dog of cold beer.
So
Yeah, to me it's just a hot dog.
you can also do it depends. 'Cause
Yeah.
You said it
You
depends
could.
on
You
the
could.
stuff
There
you-
is depends.
Sure, yeah.
You
Because
did
if
depends.
you put like solid toppings like chili on it, it's more of a chili dog. But if you put liquid toppings like ketchup and stuff like that on it, it's still a hot dog.
But we have been doing this like all the time.
Yeah.
And it's our new thing now.
And it's
So-
sponsored by Brick now.
Yeah, Brick!
That's sponsored by Brick. Yeah, yes, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Kenna.
Thank you. Yeah, this is.
Brick!
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Best new invention in the world, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh no! Whoa!
Don't worry, it's a break.
He's fine. He's fine.
Don't worry, it's a
Man
break.
down.
He's
He
okay.
got knocked down.
Oh,
There you
God.
go. Just to show how strong
Send
Brick
in the
is,
big
we
bird,
made
send in
him
the big
fall.
Yeah, see.
He's
Brick still
perfectly
stands strong. Oh
fine.
God, that I just touched the banana guts. That's been on there for like a week.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Why'd you not wash it?
It's a brick. You just.
Yeah, it's time.
All right,
Brick
bye,
goes
Brick.
bye-bye.
Brick must be retired.
Get it out of
Died.
here.
All right. Well, do you guys think this has been lovely? I think it's been lovely. What do you guys think? Do you think it's been lovely?
I definitely think so.
Luther, what do you think?
I think it was more because of Brick.
Poppin'. The
So-
Brick ran the show.
Yes, I must say Brick ran the show.
Yes, completely.
Could you just hold the brick?
Yeah, hold the
Drop
brick.
it.
There
Hold
we
the
go.
brick.
Hold the brick.
Just hold it like that. And
Don't
then-
drop the superstar.
So, I think it's time to go out with our outro. This has been the RAMCAST with your hosts Savannah, Shauna, our audience Luther and Kenna, and then our other host Stan with my brother Casey as the guest.
It's good to be here.
And Granger.
Yeah, Granger.
Yeah.
The Omni being.
We cannot forget Brick. We have to thank Brick.
Thank you all for taking so much time out of your day. Thank you so much for coming down here in the first place, because I know Carbondale's like an hour drive.
Yeah.
So,
Let's tell people if they want to be a part of the RAMCAST, what they should do.
oh, and if you want to be part of the RAMCAST, you should probably be talking to Mr. Golson or Be Cool.
No, talk to Macy.
Yeah, talk to Macy.
You have, all right, we have to say Macy's full name because there's a lot of Macy's on the campus.
Yes.
So would you do the honors of finishing?
You
us
have
off?
to talk to Macy Strothman. She's our producer of AV Club. You know.
She is beautiful.
If you guys don't see me after this podcast, just know. Just search
You'll
for
know.
Just know, she's
Call the
okay.
cops.
She loves to talk to people.
Yeah, she likes to talk to people.
Let's do a quick preview of next week. We're
Ooh.
doing Captain Dylan Moore.
Next week we will be interviewing Captain Dylan Mort, and I really hope you're all there because I'm very excited for it. This has been the RAMCAST thank you. This has been the RAMCAST again with Shauna, Luther, Kenna back there, Stan, myself, and my brother Casey with Granger back here as our god. Thank you so much for watching.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.